Hey, good morning, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. It's great having you here. So, myself and Jordan want to introduce a very special guest we've got today. It is no other than Danny DelVecchio. Some people know him as the LinkedIn expert in video marketing. I didn't say that, but some people have told me this information.
Yeah.
Welcome, Danny. Great to have you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm excited to chat with you. Mark, it's always good to chat with you, man. And enjoy this time like we get to hang out.
Yeah, man, it's super cool, super cool. So, yeah, again, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you in the room, in the house right now, we're gonna bring this house down with proven data from Danny's repertoire of video data, that statistics that he has. Not only that, we're going to break it down on how to explode your brand, just like Danny has propelled his brand soaring on LinkedIn. No word of lie, he's everywhere on LinkedIn right now, and he's going to share his secrets and tips and everything that he has. So, once again, thank you so much, Danny, for taking the time to do this. It means a lot to us, really, it does.
No, it's my
Um,
pleasure.
yeah.
Okay, Danny, can you tell us a bit about your journey, how you got started? How did you get into video marketing and all of these kind of juicy stuff?
Okay, cool. So let's do the long story short version, right? So I have 20 years experience in sales. Started working in sales in retail, and then like worked my way up into like corporate sales, and I ended up like running a sales team. I did sales training. So really, that is my area of expertise. So when I decided that I was going to build a brand online, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to talk about, and it started out like I was talking about like parenting stuff and stuff about my kids and what I was doing there. And then I was doing a podcast, and my podcast coach, I joined this podcast mastermind, and he told me, he's like, your podcast is good, but he's like, you're talking about the wrong thing. He's like, business, sales. You need to start talking about that because that's going to help you take whatever you're doing in the podcast and turn it into a business. And he goes, honestly, I think you should shut down your podcast and just go in online and create a coaching business. So I was like, okay. I'm like, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's successful. So sure. So I basically just started going online and talking about sales. And I didn't have an offer, nothing. And I did it all on Instagram because I was also working a full-time job. I was working for like a HR company here, a big HR company here in the States. And I had my co-workers and managers and leadership and CEO, they were all in the on LinkedIn, like, and I was connected with them. So I didn't feel like I could be building my brand for my business on LinkedIn. So I went all in on Instagram, and I learned a lot, and I built my coaching business up, and I started a video marketing agency because I got really good at doing video content. I shut the video marketing agency down because it completely failed. And 6 months later, I basically am here with, on LinkedIn doing the exact same thing that I was doing over there in the agency, and built it into like a 6-figure thing in a matter of 6 months. So it's funny, like you just got to kind of stick with it, and also just make sure that you're on the right channel and that your offer is aligned to the right channel and the people that can potentially go and connect with you and want that offer. Because I felt like I felt like I had a really good offer, and it wasn't selling at all. And it really turns out it was because it was on the wrong channel.
Amazing. Sounds super interesting the way you're obviously transformed from being over on Instagram, coming over to LinkedIn. It didn't work there, but you've made it super successful over here. So
Shri in the
congratulations.
house. What up, Shri?
History.
Right, Danny. So if there's anyone in the room who is a bit worried about creating video or how to start or what they should be looking at, where would you start?
So you got to just hit record.
Mhm.
It's really as simple as that. It's like let's just hit the record button. And when I was believe me, I never wanted to do video either. I said I was a podcaster, right? I wanted to be heard, but I did not want to be seen, right? So when this coach that I was working with, his name's Travis, by the way, Travis Brown. He's a legend. So when I was working with Travis, he was like, dude, you gotta start doing the video thing. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'll do it. And I just started doing video, putting them out on like Instagram stories. I think I would just record myself 30 seconds, put it on stories, record myself, put 30 seconds, put it on stories. And I would just do that over and over and over and over and over again. And, you do that for 30 days. And like, that's it. That's all you need to do. 30 days of talking to the camera for 30 seconds per day is enough. That's really all it is to get you to go from like completely uncomfortable to completely comfortable on camera. Because here's the thing, if you get 1% better every time, you're going to be like 30 times better, right? However, the thing is that like from the first time to the second time, you're going to get like 50% better. And then from the second time to the third time, you're going to get like 25% better. And then, so like every single time you are significantly getting better over that 30-day period. So all you need to do is hit record for 30 days. I don't care if you don't post the video content anywhere. Don't even share it. Don't show it to anyone. When you feel comfortable, then go show it to somebody. Go show it to a friend first, maybe. Then maybe go show it to, then maybe you'll go post it online. Once you feel like really good about it. But in the first, 30 days or so, just go, and you don't have to talk about anything important. Like all you got to do is talk about your day. What's going on in your day? Give me something interesting that happened to you that day. Get on camera and talk about it. It's that simple.
So, so I have a question that has two parts, and this is in line with the amazing evidence that you just gathered. So, first of all, like, what do you say with a person delaying on video, like making up excuses not to get on camera, saying that carousels and all these other texts, picture posts are better? And what do you say to those who are accepting a video but just need to do more?
Sure.
And what kind of roadblocks do you think will be holding them back from going full out video masters?
Cool. So yeah, so let's just acknowledge a couple people in the chat here. So Karen, thank you so much. That's it. All you got to do is hit record, right? And Susan, thank you. She says so easy to do with Danny and James. Yeah, we make video easy. That's what we do in our program. And Shri wants to be like me when she grows up. I want to be like Shri.
I want to be like Shri. Shri's a heavy hitter here. I mean, like,
yeah, right. Shri is one of the people that really convinced me to come on LinkedIn as well. By the way, I was like, I don't know about LinkedIn.
Inspiration.
Like, you got to do it.
She definitely inspires me too. I mean, like, every day. Yeah, for sure.
Well, anyway, to answer your question though now, which is basically, a lot of people hesitate to do video content on LinkedIn, and they use the idea that, well, video content doesn't do as well on LinkedIn. Written content is doing better. Carousels are doing better. video content gets less reach, gets less impressions. And let me tell you something. I think that like it's all speculation. Okay, that is all speculation. Now there are other people like Richard Vanderbloom who has data to prove that video does not get the reach that some of the other content gets, right? And Richard Vanderbloom is very good when it comes to his data. But the thing is, there's two things that I would say. Number one is you don't do video to get more impressions. That's not the goal of doing video. The goal of doing video is to build a deeper connection to your audience, to the people that who are already involved in your content, that already like your personality. They like what you're doing out there. And the video gives them a chance to get to know you. It gives them a chance to feel a connection to you. It gives them a chance to get a little bit of behind the scenes. It gives them a chance to get into your personality a little bit. And like, you can get into people's personality in written content. You definitely can. It's much harder. It's much harder for you to like best writers. Unlike somebody like Luke Matthews, fantastic getting his personality into the writing. Like writing and feel like you know him, right? But he is one of the best. Like so much harder for the average person to insert that personality into the content the way that they could do it on video. Video, somebody put in my comments the other day that video is the fastest way to scale trust building. I think he's right. So that is, it's a weird way to say it, because like scaling trust is like kind of like a fun, but I stand by that statement. That's number one. Number one, when it comes to video, is to build that deeper connection with the audience that you already have, necessarily to go out. However, I will say, he tells you carousel, well on LinkedIn. Okay. So my data on the last 5 carousels that I created, as well as created. Now, thing, consider myself pretty good at carousels. Like, I'm not going to say that I'm not good at carousels. Like, I've made lots of carousels on Instagram. I've made lots of carousels here on LinkedIn. Like, it's not like I'm not that good at it. Like, I know what to do. I know carousel very well. So my last 4,000, on average, 4,000 impressions. Okay, they topped out 5,200. That was the highest, 5,200 impressions. Biggest carousel in the last 5. Okay, videos. My last 5 videos have an average of 5,100 impressions. So over 1,000, over 1,100 more impressions than on my last 5 carousels. And my biggest one, 900 views.
Wow.
So anyone tells me like, oh, video doesn't do well on LinkedIn, it doesn't, it's bullshit. If you can and you make it part of your strategy, and you have and you also write text along with in your cap, use the caption to enhance the video. It has just the ability to do the same thing. Like, there are people that would kill to get 1,000 impressions per post, right? And I have been experimenting over the last more than 10 days or so. Every single piece of content that I've done was a video. Every single one. Years ago, I put a carousel in there because I wanted to see what was going to happen. I think it's 12 out of the last 13 days. My impressions are up. I'm averaging over 30 impressions per, averaging over 5,000 impressions per day. And the worst performing post or whatever from an impression standpoint in that 13-day period was the one carousel.
Interesting facts. Like,
Awesome, man. Absolutely mind blowing. Wow. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
people on video,
yeah, go ahead.
people like
Exactly.
see me on
Exactly.
video, like know me, like the video guy, right? But
Exactly, man.
I
So,
think that
yeah.
it's if you are consistently video content, it is not going to affect your impressions. Like it's going to fit right in with the rest of your content strategy.
agree. Absolutely agree with that.
Awesome.
From an impression effect, a great positive for brand and the trust that you're building and the leads that it's
Perfect.
bringing in.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, so Danny, like you've been utilized by the top influencers on LinkedIn, like Leah Turner, Luke Matthews, Thomas Strider, like all these like huge mega hitting names. So, so take us on a journey, like how this has helped you really in your brand.
Yeah, well, totally. A good testimonial is definitely good for your brand, right? Especially from recognizable people. And honestly, like Leah Turner is like the coolest person ever. She's just so generous as far as you know the people that are in her network. She takes care of the people that are in her network, and she promotes the people that are in her network more than anyone that I've ever seen. She's awesome, right? So she was the first person that I came to program, and interesting the way that I liked her. She posted something on Twitter where like I don't even play that much on Twitter, but I go on there and I see what they're doing, right? So looking at her in a strange turn of events, my content is my video content on letter than all of my other comments. And I was like, okay. And then she goes, and I was like, oh, there's an opportunity, right? So what I did was I reached out to her on Twitter, where she had a couple thousand followers, not 100,000. Okay. And I reached out to her and I said, hey, I saw out the video on LinkedIn. I that I think be good for respect on LinkedIn. Really appreciate and benefit from getting your opinion on that. And she's like, yeah, sure, tell me about it. So cool. And I was like, all right, here's how I say, look, we do research, we virtual studio, we record video, then we cut it up, make it beautiful, and then we give it to you on a Google so that you can share it. And she goes, people should to buy that from you. Okay. So at that point, I said, you want to buy it? But you don't have to. I said, you don't have to. I said, you don't have to buy it for free. And I said, like what I do, if you just write me a nice testimonial, share it, and that'd be awesome. And absolutely, no. So record the first in May. Started posting the videos on Instagram because she has a presence there. She's looking to build her she's got a good following there too, by the way, not on LinkedIn, but she does pretty well over there too. And then one day she shares one of the videos. This is like 2 months. She decided the first one of those videos on LinkedIn. But not only does she writes a really nice how I helped and how easy the program was and this and that, and US time. And I get up early. I get up between like 5. So I get up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and to an inbox filled with people reaching out, tell me about the video thing, 100 new followers, all this, and I'm, what happened? And I go look, and I finally opened, and
Incredible.
yeah, she just did a great job of promoting my business. I do. I signed that morning, which was kind of cool. So she's a big reason I got myself on the map, and I owe a lot to her, and I'm part of her community now, and I have special offers for the people in her community, and I'm very grateful I'm grateful that I took the initiative to reach out and work that thing out with her, and then I'm very grateful to her for being so generous in sharing and spreading the word.
Wow, amazing, absolutely mind-boggling, inspiring, man. And for sure, that's such a heartwarming
I got
and
some
touching
more
story.
I up my sleeve too that I haven't even. So
Oh, we look forward to it.
but I got some until it's out. I won't say anything, but I got some ones that I'm looking.
Wow,
Bring some. And it's cool, man. Like very cool. I've worked with Ryan Musselman. I've worked with Luke Shalom, and I've worked with Izzy. Some of the people that I started connecting with online, like early on, and learning and their content and to be able to have a chance to work with them, like they get some one-on-one, because here's the thing, I ask questions and I search, and so I actually during the sessions, Strider is another one, like you mentioned earlier, Jordan. Like I've got to work with people who've hired, and not just, and again, and I'm focusing on like some of the big creators, but like I've got to work with so many other people too that are like, great creators that are on here grinding every day, and I love what we're doing. I have an amazing creative director that is doing a lot of the video sessions for our team, and everybody loves what he really is. He's great at asking. He's done over 200 podcasts. So shout out to James Brackett. Go follow James Brackett. The guy, he literally 200 podcasts. He's had some serious names on his podcast. I mean, I don't know, like Seth Godin is a pretty serious name. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Seth Godin. Probably,
of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like Seth Godin, and James does a hell of a job, and I'm just excited for him, and he's taking care of our clients. And then we have a great editing team as well. And I've worked with a lot of my clients to amplify content and out there. He still works with now, and to everybody.
Yeah. Mark is an awesome guy. He's like,
right.
Sure.
On that note, I'm going to change the subject. We got a question in the DMs, in the message.
Go ahead, I'll take any question.
Do you run your videos live, or do you download them afterwards? So I think do you record the video live and cut it up, or do you record your video separately and then place it on? I think that's what the question.
Oh, for my own personal videos.
For your own personal videos.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I don't record. I mean, I just native. I did, and then they go up.
Okay.
Do live. But hold on. Hold on. I do that. It depends. I do both. have been recording my videos now where I get on either a call or a call like my phone, right? Looks at me and records while I am talking on a live, or I'm talking to my community, or I'm talking to one of my clients. I'm capturing some of that way as well now. So I do a little, sometimes I take the camera and sometimes footage.
Makes sense. So if you
And
have
we
like
do
a
the
long
same thing in our program too. Like our program is a combination of that too. Like our program is, I've had problems uploading my videos to LinkedIn. I have to say I'm gonna go live on LinkedIn. Yeah, you got to fix that upload problem. You shouldn't have any problem uploading your. You don't need to go on LinkedIn live in order to get your videos out there. The majority of my videos are not from.
Okay, great. Do I need to go out there and spend hundreds of dollars on nice cameras, nice phones, nice microphones, like to get started?
No, not at all. You don't need any like kind of nice equipment. Like it's just not necessary. Does it help? Yeah, it helps. But like you can what I recommend people that are trying to get into it is spend $60 is what you need to spend. You can a microphone, I think like trying to grab it here, a bunch of stuff. You can get one of these lapel microphones here for these things. Some of them go as low as like $20, right? A ring light holds your phone at eye level, and you have light, and that would cost between the ring light and the microphone highly leveled up over everybody else. I want to get a backlight that I have. You can see here, it's not the best.
Tell us about that.
Yeah,
I have a flicker. It costs $30.
you're like a blue angel.
It costs that costs $30. And for two of them, and it comes with a little remote, and I can change colors and all that. And then I have two lights on either side of my desk. They cost me $90. So my entire setup is under $200.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. For sure.
Does anyone have any questions who's in the audience? Please drop your questions into the comments, and we would happily go through those. We've got a little while left to ask Danny some questions if the community have any. Jordan?
Yeah, so I was just going to mention, like to the audience, please let us know you're here. Please let us know that you're part of the conversation. If you have any other advice than other that we're giving or what Danny's giving, please let us know that. And yeah, for sure. So usually, Danny, when you're getting started in this journey, I've been through it. Sometimes I go through it right now. Is like you start a video and then you make a mistake, you start again, and then you get all of these drafts in your cell phone, right? So,
Uh,
what is your number one tip to uh, optimize your time, especially when making a video in that regard?
okay, so the first off, I never turn the camera off. Like if I mess up,
Okay.
like I leave the camera rolling, right?
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
start over again and everything. The way that I do my videos, I do them two different ways. Number one is I do them with James. So I'm a user of my own product. James comes in, he asks me questions, I think it's my response, I deliver it, and get my videos that way, right? So
Cool.
that's number one. The number two is the videos that are the way that I my script video is that write them out. I'm a notebook guy. I literally have a notebook right here. So I so look, I write out my video script by line. Okay. And what I do is I will look down and I will get, okay, all right, cool. This is what I want to say. I will look up at the camera and I will deliver that line. And I may deliver it 2 times, deliver it once. I may deliver it 10 times until I get it the way that I want it. And I do the next line, same thing. And I do the same thing. And the key is that you edit backwards. Because when you edit backwards, last take is always the one. You know what I mean?
So true.
You don't have to like going back and trying to figure out what like you know what where
You're blowing my mind
which
here,
is the
man.
right,
Yeah.
that is a Chris Brown special. He taught me that, by the way. So the other thing, I don't edit my own videos anymore. I actually still do, but you know, again, like I have a company, so I usually have them edit the videos for me.
Okay, Danny. So when you used to edit your content, what would you have used previously? Just for the question in the comments there.
So I do still edit some of my own videos. So if you guys have seen my recent videos where I do the Gary V style, where I pull up an article and talk over the article, and I do those videos myself. I cut those myself, and I use CapCut. CapCut is the #1 editing software for the people that are not video editors. Like you can be a great video editor because the tool is that good. You know what I mean? Like it's just so easy to do the captions and get them the way that you want them, and it's so easy to do the cuts and the transitions. It's like CapCut is approved, and it's right on your phone. I'm not a great video editor. Like I'm decent because I did it for a long time, like all my own videos on Instagram. You don't need to be with that tool. It just makes it easy. I'm a big proponent of that tool.
Yeah,
Me too.
CapCut. I gotta give it to CapCut. They have a brilliant product. So, in terms of like your journey, correct me if I'm wrong. Was like, yeah, I remember posts that you've done um, 3 videos per week for 10 months in a row. Is that correct?
Yeah, been on
Wow,
LinkedIn.
it's amazing, man.
So here is on LinkedIn. It was, I think it was right after Thanksgiving here, which is, you know, in the States, Thanksgiving is like the November or whatever. It's always the 3rd Thursday in November. I think so. I think that's it. Anyway, mastermind group, and the coach who was running the mastermind group was like, "Hey, who's got a New Year's resolution?" And I was like, "My New Year's resolution is going to start posting on LinkedIn, and I'm going to post on LinkedIn or 2023 last year. So every day on LinkedIn in 2023." It's like, okay, cool. Why are you going to wait till New Year? And I was like, okay, so you're going to start your New Year's resolution early? And I was like, yep. So I think at the very end of November to the beginning of this I started posting every single day on LinkedIn. And I mean, I've missed a day here and there, but I've gone twice. So for the most part, I have posted, you know, every single day. And I always do 3 videos at least.
Wow.
Usually that's my 3 videos a week. So yeah, I've been posting 3 videos a week.
So is there like any strategy to that, like 3 videos a week, or maybe you can share a little bit more about like your content strategy, if you don't mind, like
Yeah,
your
sure.
video content strategy.
Yeah, sure. So content strategy is a combination of, education. It's a combination of stories, and it's kind of like social proof. It's the same. It's the same stuff. It's kind of the standard that people do, right? I'm not. However, I am experimenting with different types of videos to see what different types of videos people like from me. So, for example, like that green screen style video, that is the purpose of that green screen style video, where basically it is me giving my opinion on something that's happening in my industry, which is basically LinkedIn, right? So me giving my opinion as to something that's going on is that is a branding play, right? That is there's no, that's not going to get me connections. That's not going to get me, any type of business or whatever. I'm not doing a call to action I'm not really doing a call to action at all, other than just to get people's thoughts and maybe just, drive up some impressions or whatnot. But the idea behind that is to show that I am paying attention to what's going on in my industry, making adjustments on in my industry, and I am a trusted person in that industry niche, whatever you want to call it these days, right? So that's like the purpose of that green screen style video. I am working now on tutorial style videos, right? So and basically giving people really great like LinkedIn tactics. So basically, my strategy on those tutorial videos now, you're going to see 2 of those videos per month from me.
Nice.
And going to be LinkedIn something in 2 minutes. And they're going to be 2-minute videos. And every is going again.
Yeah, I mean, that was a balloon moment.
So anyway, so these 2-minute tutorials, that's going to be my thing. So I'm going to do like, hey, your LinkedIn about section in 2 minutes, your LinkedIn headline in 2 minutes, your LinkedIn banner in 2 minutes, your LinkedIn commenting strategy in 2 minutes. And and I am creating, that is going to be a staple of my LinkedIn strategy. And I'm doing all those on YouTube. I hired an awesome guy to do some YouTube stuff for me, and he's going to be doing those 2 videos for me and some of my shorts as well. So I'm going to be doing 8 shorts as well. What I'm doing on the shorts is coaching calls.
Wow.
Like
Amazing.
I'm taking my coaching calls and giving her my lives or something that they're doing and tips of them and
Behind
getting it
the
out
scenes.
there for the audience. Yeah. So
Awesome.
that's every post has been a video, and I've done many different types of videos. I've done ones where I'm looking directly to, ones where I'm looking off camera. I've done where I am widescreen, where I am pulling in, I'm pulling in some other creators and doing a side-by-side creators like that are from my video sessions, experiment mode to see what kind of videos are working so that I can strategy is going to look like going forward. But right now I'm playing around. I definitely like the tutorials. They work. I mean, the one that I put up today has got 6,000 views already. People are reacting to it like
man.
really well.
Amazing.
So
if you haven't seen it already, make sure you go check that one out because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
absolute
yeah,
value.
yeah. Go
yeah,
check it
that's a
out.
good one.
So an important question, not here, but I'm just reading on my phone, is like the point of consistency in building a brand. And so what really drives you, Danny? I mean, like that is a whole lot of work that you're doing. What really is the motivating factor? Like, what drives you? Like, give me some of the Danny power, you know?
Yeah, sure. Like, I mean, look, it's no secret making content. It's fun. It's like I would do it as a hobby. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, you can't spend like hours and hours a day like on your hobby. So, this is like I got to figure out a way how to monetize it. But I like providing the value to people. Like people get a lot out of what I'm doing, like whether it's my tips or whether it's people like that are, working with me right now to put themselves out there on video and get that content out there. That's a big deal. And yeah, like I said, it's about building a business around thing that you actually enjoy. Content creation is a big part of what I like doing, and coaching. I love coaching, so that's another plus too. I link both of those things.
All right,
Yeah.
one more question, if that's okay, Danny. Then I'm gonna have to drop off. Okay, so and then leave you guys to it if you want to carry on. Obviously,
Yeah, I got my mastermind group coming up here shortly anyway. So let's close it out.
We'll just close out. Go ahead.
So
Mark.
one more question. So obviously you started your journey over on Instagram. So you mentioned how carousels were performing. Did you notice a shift on Instagram that could potentially happen on LinkedIn? Could you inform the audience a little bit about what you think is going to happen in the future on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I think that you will see a lot more video content on LinkedIn. I think you will see video play a much more prominent role on LinkedIn over the next couple of years. Some people are denying that. I'm not. I truly believe that, and it's not just for like selfish reasons. Like I want to tell people that so that they get to start making video, but I do truly believe that is the case. And one of the reasons that I think that's the case is like, what's the main thing that drives everything? Revenue, money. It's all about money, right? So LinkedIn right now is in a place where like they're trying to increase their revenue and they are trying to get way more premium subscribers. And the premium subscribers on because that's where that's a big revenue for LinkedIn is getting people on, right? And my thought process right now is that it's to come over from other platforms like Instagram, like TikTok, and be subscribers that they are going to have to embrace video. And I think that they're going to start video out for their algorithm. Question, if you have time, is there a length of time that's optimal for people's attention? 30 to 60 seconds. 30 to 60 seconds is your length of time for your video for the most part. If you're doing a tutorial or whatever, that can change, but 30 to 60 seconds, 40 to 45, ideal.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, thanks for your time, Danny. And I know that a lot of people viewing and a lot of people who are going to view this was a mind-blowing session. And if you need any help with Danny has incredible offers going on right now. So please DM him if you need any help upping your game with video on LinkedIn, just as he has right now. And also like for sure. Well, thanks a lot, Danny, for this. Any comments, Mark?
No, I'll just replicate that. Like, it's been great having you here. You shared some super value with the audience, which I think everyone would have really enjoyed. So we look forward to obviously having you on another time. And thank you.
Totally, anytime, guys. You know it. I'm down. I love doing these. Probably because I'm on video, but just kidding. I'm just like hanging out. I like this. This is like, this is the fun stuff. This part is like, this is the fun part of your business, doing stuff like this and hanging out with you guys. And I just really appreciate you guys having me. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Awesome, Danny.
Don't miss Mark's event.
Thank you very much.
Don't miss Mark's event.
Oh, Mark is having a mind-blowing event.
Plug your event, Mark. Come on.
Go ahead, Mark. Go.
Yeah, so actually in 10 days' time, there's going to be a big event in London where we're going to be talking all about storytelling in your brand and how important and how vital it's going to be going into 2024. We've got some amazing creators there. There is the likes of Richard Moore, Lara Acosta, Asher Afford. There is also going to be Geraldine Spurway. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be asking. I'm also going to be sharing it live here for all of you guys to watch if you want to. So it's going to be here on LinkedIn for you to join in. It's going to be at 3 p.m. UK time on the 20th of November. So yeah, note it in the diary. Thanks for the reminder.
All right,
Awesome.
cool.
Well, you got a mastermind, more people to help Danny, so that's great.
Absolutely.
Always.
And we'll just leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me. Catch the replay. I will put my YouTube channel or our YouTube channel in the comments for you guys to follow us there. That has all the replays. And don't be a stranger. Danny doesn't bite, only on weekends. So awesome. Thank you so much, Danny, for this. And I really appreciate it. See
See
you
you
later.
guys. Bye. See you.
Bye bye.